Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn daily energy for July 7th. All right, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the King of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Death card. Yeah, the Death card. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Eight of Cups. And then we have the Lovers. Backs, 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 backs. Going back. Looking back to how you did things before, looking back at something. Looking back at something, but it leads you forward. I feel like there's something that you have to face. There's something from your past that you have to look at. There's something that you have to face. There's something that you have to deal with. There's something that you've been trying to avoid. I kind of felt emotional when I looked at this. I feel like it's something that you don't really want to face. It's something that you don't really want to look at. But I feel like in order for you to move forward, that's what you... Because I feel like you're riding into the storm. You're riding into this storm, and there's this destruction, and there's this clouds, and there's this darkness, and there's something in that emotional closet that you have to look at, that you have to deal with. But by doing that, that opens up to, it's a victory, but it's a hard-won victory. And it's about gaining wisdom from looking back. And that helps you to move forward. And of course, I'm not telling you that you have to do that. That's something that you have to decide on your own. But I almost feel like you know that that's what you need to do. You know that there's something that's hard to deal with, that you don't really want to deal with. But it's like you have to look at it in order to let that go, to move forward. And I feel like you have to look at your own actions with something. You know, and that's something that you have to decide that you want to do. That's something that, you know. This reading is for that person that knows that there's something in their past that they have to look at as, I feel like it's looking at, why did I do that? Not to beat yourself up about it, but to question yourself as to, why did I let that happen? What was I feeling? What actions was I taking? What actions was I not doing? I feel like this reading is for that person that knows that there's something that they have to face and that they have to release and let go of, but that I just feel like helps you to move forward and lighten the load. And we've got this rose that's blooming behind this person. And this is a victory, but everybody's beat up. There's fires in the back, and it was a difficult victory, but but all in all, it's a victory. And then I feel like it's laying down the path for the future. Laying down a sturdier path for the future. A fruitful one, because, you know, the King of Pentacles here, look at all these. He's got the watermelon, he's got the flowers, he's got the grapes, he's got the bowl, he's got everything around him. He's got this big castle here, this, you know, he has a sturdy throne that he's sitting on, you know. But there's something that, I feel like there's something that he has to face in order to get to that point. There's something that you have to deal with. And then the Death card is coming face to face with that and realizing that you're holding on to something that you don't really need to hold on to. You know, the Death card is about transformation and transition and moving forward. And there's something that you're holding on to that you need to let go of. There's something you have to come face to face with. But I feel that brings you a lot of wisdom and a lot of insight. Charging into the storm. We have the moon, and then we have, you know, there's something that has to be displayed. There's something that isn't clear. But that's your choice on if it is, whether or not you want to face that or not, okay? There's been some delays in it. There's, you know, it's almost like you're stepping back and you're thinking, you're like, I don't really know if I want to face this. I don't know if I want to come face to face. But I feel like there's a fog over something. There's a haze over something. And I feel like facing it will help to lift that and to clear it. And I feel like it's something that you're going back and forth with. You're like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I'll deal with it another day, another time, another time. You keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. I was focusing on this 8 of Cups, and then we have the 3 of Cups, which is happiness, you know, feeling lighter, feeling happy, okay? We have this Page of Cups, feeling emotionally better. Feeling emotionally better, okay? It could be a new relationship. It could represent that relationships in the future will be stronger, will be emotionally better for you. That you could, you could be meeting that person that shows you what a real relationship is supposed to be. Having that unity, having that connection. But you have to, there's something you have to deal with first. You have to heal yourself. You have to get yourself better first. And this is something, obviously, that it is worrying. It's keeping you up at night. But I feel like you know that this is what you have to deal with. You know, like I said, this reading is for that person that knows that this is something that they have to face, and this is something that they have to deal with, and that it has to make you emotionally better. There are things that you have to look at. Not in a negative way, but more of a learning experience, more of like an educational experience as to why did these things happen, or why was I thinking this way, you know? All right, Four of Swords. And it's just this person sitting there on this, you know, meditating on the ocean and finding that clarity, finding that calmness. The skies are starting to clear, and I feel like this is that releasing of things, and there's still more that has to be worked on. There's still one that's hiding behind here, okay? And then we have the Magician. And I feel like that's magical, finding the power, finding the clarity, finding the answers. The eyes are very clear, very blue, finding clarity. And this is obviously something that doesn't happen overnight. This is something that you work towards. This is something that, you know, can take time. But just acknowledging that this is something that you have to deal with and you have to do, I feel like that's a first step. And, you know, but I feel like releasing it, you know, brings big transformation and big change, and brings emotionally that you'll feel a lot better. And I feel like relationships will be a lot better for you too. Letting go of these things that have been holding you back. Kind of beating you up like these cups. But finding that clarity. Finding your happy place again. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.